That is the problem, right? So standard ones, whatever are deleted, so slash n OBV1, you are saying accounts. What is your company code? TC, right? TC is a part of a place. Not your company code. And okay, our company. TC. Yeah, here you are not able to see 0003. Yeah?
Actually, for me, in the morning it has shown, sir, but in FINC, when I was calculating the interest, it showed error, sir. And then by the afternoon, that got removed.
Someone must have selected like this and it has gone for deletion. So you try to do something like this. So what you have to do is you have to look at the existing one and you don't have none. So maybe you need to create like this. Code is not cannot. No, we don't have the right to do it. Let me check it here. If it is possible, if there is any option to add it back, I will check. Okay, leave it for me. Okay, now so we are going to talk about the Dunning procedure. Yeah. Dunning procedure. It is note down. It is a correspondence. Note down, everybody. It is a correspondence procedure to send reminder letter to the customer with regard to the overdue item from them. No accounting entry interview person is generated because of Dunning. Because Dunning is just a correspondence procedure. It is not connected with FI in any way, right? It's just a procedure to send the letter. Right? It will not impact our. Now interest calculation was there. Now we are able to post the entry, right? When I do the interest calculation, what is happening? My entry is getting posted, no? Correct. But when I am doing Dunning, no accounting entry is posted, right? So it has got nothing to do with FI. It is just a correspondence result. So no accounting entry is generated because of Dunning. Okay? No doubt.
Means it's like notice.
Yeah, it's like a letter. I will show you the letter.
Model letter.
People are missing today. Busy with marriage, etc.
can you repeat the procedure, the Dunning procedure, like this? Give me a brief. I just joined.
No, I have not missed anything, right? Anyway, I have not started it. Just yeah.
Sir, one question I'm interested. So in real time scenario, is anyone using configuration with their interest?
Of course, no? Yes.
Because
Why
it
is-
is, in reality, I mean, it will be hard to recover money. That too, the receivables is hard to recover the receivables. On top of that, interest who will pay usually?
Of course, see, it is a part and parcel. You have to at least correct. He will pay or not pay, that's the second thing.
No, my question, my worry is if we configure this and then we start using and then we accrue this interest portion. So if they are not paying that amount, then it's again bad debts or we have to write off. I mean, we have to recognize as a profit and then again we have to write off. So in real time, anyone is in that.
Of course, they are company following this. See here, I got your point, right? So rather than showing it as a profit and then as an income and then showing it as a loss, but either way we want if it is an expense, you want more expenses, right? Correct? If it's a loss, right? Correct? Yeah. And it's an income that we are not getting, so it's not going to affect in any way, right? It's an income we are not getting. You got my point. So there is a credit and there is a debit as well, equal effect. Correct?
No. So first we have to pay taxes on that first of all.
No, you don't pay the tax. That's what I mean to say. You say I have earned the income that I am not going to get. So interest I credited, that interest I did not get later on. So there is that portion of tax here. Got it? Correct? Got the point. So interest I credited, I did not get the money, I credited and then I debited as an expense. No? Same amount I am debiting, right?
Okay.
Correct or not? So there is a credit, there is an equal and opposite debit is there. So where is the question of tax here?
Okay. Yeah.
Got it?
I got it.
So this is only like pressurizing. If you are so finally end of the day, you will end up in the court. If it is a big money, you will end up in the court, right? Now you want to get maximum out of him, right? If you show high, you say that sir, I have done so much interest is pending from him. If it is lot of money, then it is 50%, 60%, whatever you will get more money, right?
Sir? Yesterday I was absent. Can you show that note?
Yesterday's note. So I will show you later, right? Later.
What is that?
What is the implementation, sir?
What is the?
Question in this point.
Implementation is this one. What is the accounting entry?
Hello. Entry spelling is wrong.
Okay, so what is the accounting entry generated for Dunning? Is the question. And your answer is no accounting entry generated for Dunning. Okay, by the end of the
Repeat it, sir.
Can you repeat the question?
what is the, so this is the question, this is the answer. The question for that would be what is the accounting entry generated out of Dunning? What is the accounting entry generated for Dunning? No accounting entry. Simple. Okay?
Sir, I have a doubt. You think like a doubt. For a PICO consultant, we have to learn everything or a few parts if we leave it's difficult. I mean, few topics is easy.
I mean, answer your doubt. See, to work, you don't need to have all. Interview, you need to have. That is the problem. Correct? So those who are working in real time, they have only one area knowledge. Only one area they are working, they will be working in that area. Fine, happy. But for those who are attending interviews, they expect you to know everything, na? All areas. Because they don't, this area.
Configuration also, sir.
Yes, configuration, na? Your work is configuration only, na? If you don't know configuration, then what we are not concerned. Not every bit of it, you know. So at least you should be able to, justify what you have written in your, correct? So what that you are here, you should be defendable. You should be able to justify. Yes.
Sir, this is also again a silly doubt. Like if I'm good at vendors, so then, rather than customers, if I'm good at vendors, so he'll be asking full experience. I mean something or the other. Okay, fine. If I'm good at vendors, I'll be getting job on vendors, or I need to do. I need to even learn SH, receivers and everything.
So the thing is, I will tell you the whole scenario now. So now you are putting to see, first thing, the start of the job process is your interview call. Correct. So now how you will get the interview call? There will be a, a system, a program will be there which will pick from the CV, right? So in your CV, these HR people will be there, the company HR people, they will put in the keywords like FICO, consultant, SAP, APP, AR, etc. something like that, they will put the keywords. The maximum keywords which are matching to any CV, those CVs will be picked up. You understand? So if you are putting less in your CV, the problem is the chances are that your CV will not be picked up. Correct? So to pick your CV, you have to put the content. When you put the content, you have to justify the content. That is the problem. In the interview, because you have written in your CV, you have to justify. Later on, they may use you in any area. Of course, you can highlight one area. What I will say is, in entire CV, you will highlight your AP part. If you are comfortable, if you have worked on AP, you will highlight the AP part more, so that the questions, the interview will be more focused on the AP part. Yes. But you need to mention all the areas so that your pick level is high, na?
So can I?
You want more calls, right?
Sir,
Correct? That is the problem. Yes.
sir, can I ask one question?
Yes.
Sir, previous month you said to us after receiving this, you will attend to interviews. You said to us previous month, I think.
After receivables, not after receivables, after integration. I say that. After integration. Not receivables.
Okay.
Integration. And integration means integration is certain area where you have AP, AR, and AP will be connected to MM, AR connected to SD. That is the level. Okay, you will feel that. When you reach that level, you will feel that you are a consultant, right? You will automatically get that feel. Okay?
Okay.
So when we are withholding taxation.
Withholding taxation, yes, that is pending. Now we will complete that. Probably this weekend I will arrange. Yeah, good to highlight that. I forgot about it. I will arrange it this weekend. Okay? Yeah. Right. Let's proceed with the class now. Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Any doubt?
No.
No doubt, na?
Sir,
Yes.
in interview, do they ask us to do practically?
No, nobody will ask.
Okay.
Right?
Only
They
the.
are not going to give you the system and say do it, right? Do it out.
And what's the difference between credit invoice and credit note, sir?
Credit invoice,
Credit note.
both are same. Na? Credit invoice word is not there. Where did you hear that word? Credit invoice.
I mean, in my company, and nowadays I've been getting a few credit
Both are
invoices.
same. Yeah. See here, company to company terminology variation will be there.
No. So when I requested the affiliate to provide the original invoice, she said that it's not a credit note, it's a credit invoice.
Maybe because that invoice is on credit, now you are buying on credit, now maybe they are using your actual invoice itself is credit, right? You don't have to specifically say it is credit invoice.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so now let's proceed with the Dunning. So now, so Dunning procedure, okay. So no accounting entry is generated because of Dunning, okay. Now we have few things to know before we start the Dunning procedure, okay. So now first thing is the Dunning level, okay, Dunning level. So it is the number of Dunning levels is the number of letters. Maximum number, right? So how many letters you want to send? For example, I send the first letter, the customer did not respond. Second letter I sent, did not respond. Third letter I sent, no response. Fourth letter, no response, right? So then like that, how many letters I will send, right? In SAP, the maximum number is 9. Maximum, how many you can send? 9. Is it clear? Yeah.
For one customer.
For one customer. Correct. Okay. Now why we are calling it as a level? Why we are calling it as a level? Because in every letter, see the content of the letter is not the same. Okay.
I have a doubt, sir.
Okay, let me complete. I will give you a chance. See here, now level is there. So now level means what? Level means this. If my first letter, if I am requesting, please pay. Second letter also, please pay. Third letter also, please pay. Then fourth letter he will not even read, he will just throw it in the bin. So what I want in level, each letter, I want the content to be different. It should become serious, right? Yeah. It should become serious. So first letter I will say please pay. Second letter I will say last letter you did not respond, what happened? Second letter. Third letter, if you do not respond now, I am going to take legal action. So like that we are going to increase the intensity of our words. Is it clear? So that's why we are calling it as a level. Okay, so level 1, level 2, level 3. The more level it is, the more serious it is. Okay? Yeah. So we will also see that. I will show you the letters. Okay. Now, so Dunning levels, everybody understood? So number of letters we are sending to a customer, right? Maximum is 9. You can send 4, 5 also. Maximum, it's up to you. Okay? Right? Yeah, if the customer has paid in the middle, then you stop there. Correct. We are not going to send the letters to the paid customers. No? Those who have already paid, stop there. Okay? Next. Then we have Dunning interval, right? So Dunning interval. Dunning interval means what? That is the time gap, right? Time gap between the letters. Time gap between the letters. Okay. See, suppose I send one letter today morning. Shall I send another letter in the afternoon?
No, sir.
No, right? Correct. So you need to wait. He has not even opened the letter. You send another letter. What is the use of it? Okay, so you have to give some time. How many days? One letter I send. How many days I will wait? 5 days, 10 days. That is the time. So here I will say I will wait for 5 days. Okay. Dunning grace days. Grace days means how many days I will wait after the due date. Okay. Suppose a customer is there, he was supposed to pay me yesterday. A customer is there, he was supposed to pay me yesterday. But he did not pay. Correct. So shall I send the letter today morning? No, right? It will be bad, right? He will get offended, na? Correct. So I want to wait, na? How much time I want to wait? Shall I wait for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days? How many days?
3 days.
Correct? 3 days. Right? It's up to you. 3 days. So after
So
3
can you
days,
repeat this?
which one?
Grace.
Grace days. See, normally customers, they have a due date to pay, na? Right? Suppose he was supposed to pay me yesterday. Right? He was supposed to pay me yesterday, but he did not pay. Correct? Now, so today morning, shall I send the letter directly to his office? Or shall I wait? What do you think? Shall we wait or shall I send the letter today? Wait, na? Some days. You want to give some grace time, na? Grace period, grace time. Yeah. So maybe because of some issue he might have missed it for 1 day. Now we want to wait, na? Directly sending to the letter to his office is not good. He is a customer, right? We want to have good relations with customers, correct? Yeah. Okay, so Dunning grace days. Grace days is 3 days. Okay. So we will wait up to 3 days, and then after 3 days we are going to start sending the letter. Okay? Yeah. Yes.
If it is mandatory or it depends on the customer?
Which one?
3 days is mandatory.
Nothing is mandatory. As per our client, what they want to do, we will.
So it varies from customer to customer.
It can vary from, company to company,
Client to
whatever,
client.
however you want to. Okay, as per their requirement. Okay,
That minimum or maximum days?
that also you can, as per your requirement. Okay, yeah, as per the client requirement. Okay, now, the thing what we have is, so Dunning levels we have, Dunning interval I discussed, Dunning grace days is 3 days. Then I have the minimum amount. Minimum amount means what? Minimum amount means how much is the minimum, right? If I do not have the minimum amount, suppose there is a customer who has to give me 3 rupees. 3 rupees on open item is left by some, by some difference. 3 rupees is remaining as open item with me. So now for the 3 rupees what it will do, it will start sending the letters. When you are doing the Dunning for mass for many customers, it will pick up the 3 rupees and it will send the letters for 3 rupees also. No? Correct. Just understand. So you are sending the first letter, please pay 3 rupees. Second letter, we have not responded for my 3 rupees. Third letter, I am going to quote for 3 rupees. However, so there is a possibility of things like this. Right? So that's why we will have minimum amount. Just say 1,000 rupees. Up to 1,000 I am telling the system do not pick up. Above 1,000 only pick up. So we need a minimum amount for such. Okay, minimum amount. Something like 1,000. Next. Then we have Dunning charges. This also
Sir, I have
actually.
one question.
Yes.
So you have mentioned the maximum will be 9 Dunning letters. So basically we have seen it's 3 or 5. Here it's 9. Any reason, sir?
No, maximum is maximum. Na? Maximum does not mean minimum, right? Maximum is 9. So you can use 3, you can use 5. Maximum is 9. Correct? If you don't want
companies.
yeah, if your company is using
Up to 9 letters.
up to 9 letters, right? So the maximum, I'm not talking about minimum, maximum. So you can have below that. Below 9, you can have 8, 7, 4, 5, even 1 all. It's up to you. Maximum is 9.
Maximum 9, but companies has no patience. That's why they are using 3 Dunning letters, I think.
It's a waste of time. Na? It's up to them. Yeah, which one is correct for their industry, which one is correct for them, they will use that. Okay. Now Dunning charge. Dunning charges means what? Now all these charges. I'm printing the letter, I'm sending it through registered post and all that. It is all expensive for me, right? So all these charges, who has to pay me? He has to pay me. Because he did not pay, I am incurring all these expenses. So these Dunning charges also I want him to pay. But he has not paid the principal amount. He may pay interest or not, we don't know. Dunning charges will he pay? That's why, as somebody was asking, sir, interest will he pay when he did not pay the principal interest? That's why here Dunning charges we just mention in the letter. We don't raise it as a invoice. Okay, if he pays, then we will think about it. Okay, so certain amount of here also there is Dunning charges are not posted as an entry. That's why I'm saying. That's why this is an interpretation, right? No accounting entry is generated because of Dunning. Okay.
Every Dunning letters pay to you each time 1,000 rupees like that.
Yeah, no, you mention in the letter that extra this 100 rupees or 1,000 rupees have incurred because of this Dunning. Okay, you will include those dunning charges in the letter.
Okay.
Now, so this the entry is not created, right? If he pays, then we will think about it. Okay? Now, if you understand, now interest is also not getting posted here, right? Interest is also not. Interest is getting posted through interest calculation. And after we inform the customer, then we will do the interest calculation. Then the interest will be calculated. Okay? So dunning levels, dunning interval, dunning grace days, minimum amount, dunning charges. Then we have the dunning text. Dunning text means what? That is nothing but the form. Form we have like a dunning letter we call it, form. So we have discussed about the form for the APP, right?
Yes, sir.
Check form. We discussed or not? Check form.
Yes, sir.
Then we payment advice form.
Yes, sir.
Then we discussed about the TDS form 16.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now here also, for a dunning letter we need a form. That form I am discussing, right? So the content, how the letter should look, what is the heading.
The form is just like a format.
Format, correct. So who
Okay.
will create this form?
Agapus.
Agapus, right? So how the client wants
Agapus.
accordingly they will create. Okay? Now here we have all the dunning related, these are the things. So what I will do is, I will create a dunning procedure like this, okay? So I will create a dunning procedure. So what is the, yes sir.
You mentioned 9 maximum that reminders. Letters of reminder. So is each reminder, 9 maximum number is for each transaction 9 reminders? Because for example, today
Each transaction.
Each transaction. Okay. So it goes by transaction to transaction, not 5 transactions put together, not sending.
No. Each transaction. Okay. So dunning procedure, we are having a name like this. Okay, this is my TEE dunning procedure. Okay, TEE 1 I will give that. So this is my TEE dunning procedure. Dunning procedure I will create. Now in that I will say dunning letters, number of letters I want to use. Maximum is 9, but I want to use only 5. And I can do that. It's up to my company.
There's no dunning procedure. So there's no key code. So for dunning,
I will tell you, right? We have only one key code, right? I have not completed. I will tell. Okay, so now this is the dunning procedure. I will create in that dunning level. I will give now dunning interval. I say 5 days. Dunning grace days 3 days. Minimum amount 1000. Dunning charges I will say 100, 200, whatever. Then format also I will give, and I will create a procedure like. Okay, so now here understand. So now we cannot use the same dunning for all the customers. No? Why? Because we have good customers and bad customers. Correct or not? We have good and bad customers. No? Now what do I mean by good customers?
Who pay on
correct.
Punctual on payment.
Correct. Na? Good customers does not mean those who are looking good. Na? I am not talking about that good, right? So good customers means those customers who pay on time, punctual, every time they pay. And then we have bad customers. Who are bad customers? Regular defaulters. So every time I have to call in, 100 times, push, then only he will pay. If I don't call, he will not. Correct. So when you deal with them for about a couple of months, 2-3 months, you know, okay, this guy is a prompt guy. This guy is always a defaulter. Okay. So when I have the information, like what I can do is, I will create one procedure, like one procedure, dunning procedure. This is for the background noise. Okay. Right. So now here you see, this is the dunning procedure I will use for the good customer. So here what I will say, number of letters 5, dunning gap is 5 days, grace days I will wait 3 days, like that I will. Now suppose same thing if I have I will create one more procedure. Okay. This is for the good customers. Now let me see. Now suppose if I want to create a similar dunning procedure for bad customers, okay, you see now what will happen. Okay, so this is the D2 I will create, another dunning procedure. This is for the who? For all those bad people. Correct. So what I will do now, number of dunning letters, maybe 5 or whatever. Dunning time gap I will reduce significantly, right? 2 days. Correct. So one letter I will send, after 2 days another letter, after 2 days another letter. So I am literally pushing in, correct. Grace days, sorry, no grace, 0. Very, very harsh. Correct. So every time he is doing that. So why should I wait? Send him every 2 days. Push it, you see the difference? Yeah. So see, this is also is coming because this customer has not paid. Now this good customer always he will pay, but this time he missed it somehow. It happens sometimes. Yeah. So always he will pay, but this time he misses. So I don't want to, very harsh on him, right? So I will be waiting for 3 days. But this guy who is regularly he does that, so I am going to push him immediately.
So what should be the frequency of doing this activity? Because I have 150 customers, so each one will have each transaction and then it's falling into every day. So I should do this activity every day, correct?
Do this activity every day.
Running, going to take over and running this activity and generating letters, sending letters.
See, usually it all depends on the receivables you have, right? So you have so many receivables that are pending, right? So if you have too many receivables, then you focus on it. Correct now? Otherwise, if your receivables are, in a normal business scenario, if their receivables are in a certain percentage to your total receivables, yeah, then you may ignore, you may go slow. But if there are mountains, then you pressurize them. That's when this activity will pick up. Correct? Right. So now you see the TEE and TE2. Everybody understood? We can create a different running procedure for different customers. Correct? And you can give it in the customer master. Correct? So this TE1 I will give in the master record of good customers. This TE2 I will give in the master record of bad customers. Is that clear? Yeah? And it will apply accordingly. Okay, so let us now coming to how we do it, right? How we do it. So here we have
Sorry, it is automatically it will go running letters from the customers. Is correct? We'll have to.
No, you have to run. It will not go automatically. Right? Every time you want to send, you have to run it. I will show you. So now here it is like our APP only, right? You remember APP, na? What is the T code to configure APP? FBZ. So to configure it is. So APP to configure it is FBZ, right? Yeah. To run, what is the T code?
F110.
Same way for dunning also same. To configure there is a T code. Configure there is a T code. The T code is FBMC. To run there is a T code. The T code is F150. Right? And it will be almost similar to APP, right? You have seen APP, right? It will look the same. So either run or configuration also it will be similar. No doubt. This is APP. We already know about APP. Okay. So to configure, what is the T code? To configure it is FBMC. To run it is F1. Let's go there. I will show you. /n FBMC. Okay. Then you click on the new procedure and you will create like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All these things you have to create one by one. Okay. Now, the same way you have F150, right? To run the dunning. To run the dunning, you see it's looking like APP, no? Status, parameters, pre-selection, additional lock, right?
Yes.
But it is not APP, you see it is dunning. Correct? Same like run on, identification, parameters, everything will be same. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so now first we will have to do the configuration. We will do the configuration, then we will run the dunning. Okay? So I will go to /n FBMC. Okay? So now you click on the new procedure, and then I am giving the dunning procedure like this. Okay, what is the dunning procedure? TD1 I am giving. This is my dunning procedure. I will give it. Okay, 1. Now, dunning interval in days. How many? Dunning levels I will decide. First 5. Okay, dunning intervals, how many? Interval means time gap, time gap. So first letter is the days between first letter and second letter, 5 days. Okay, next. Line item grace days. How many days I will wait? 3 days. Okay, then standard transaction dunning. Yes, select one. Okay, note down. So I have given number of dunning levels as 5, interval as 5, grace days as 3 days, and I have selected the standard transaction dunning. Okay. Okay, now next. So because of what I have given here, correct? So
what is dunning special deal?
What it is dunning?
Dunning special deal.
Yes, special GL.
Advanced special GL.
Yes, for them also you can. Okay. Now, here what we have to understand is after giving this, I am going to click on the dunning levels. Okay, dunning level. So yellow warning, just press enter. Now you observe. So here you see dunning level. I have given how many? 5. So it is showing me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here you observe days in arrears. Days in arrears it is showing 3, 8, 13, 18, 23. What do you understand?
3 days grace.
Grace days. So 3 days is the grace day. So your first letter it will send after 3 days. Second letter it will send after 8 days. Why? Because 3 plus 5. Third letter it will send after 13 days from the due date. Correct? You understand? So depending upon what I give in the first screen, it will affect my next screen. Okay. So again I am going to show you. Okay. So again I am coming from the starting. Okay. So new procedure. Suppose if I am giving like this. Okay. Now TE1. Suppose if I am giving dunning, and then I am giving here dunning levels as C level, and I am giving 3 grab days, grace days I am giving as 3. Okay, let us see. Let us, right? Let us. Okay. Enter. Okay, dunning level. Can you see? Levels I have 1, 2, 3 levels. First is the first letter after 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 3, 9. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So depending upon what you select in the first screen, next screen will be decided accordingly. Okay? Now,
So if grace days are 0, then it will generate.
start directly.
Immediately.
Yes, immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So again I am going back. Let us put them back to what we discussed. My CEE1, CEE Dunning procedure 1. Now Dunning levels is 5, Grace is 5, Grace is 3, sorry, 3. Standard transaction Dunning, enter. Enter, then you click on the Dunning level. Okay, so now it's coming to the next. Now, do you want to calculate interest? No, already we calculated, na? Interest calculation is already over, na? So actually, first we do the Dunning, then we do the interest calculation. In the Dunning letter, in one of the letter, we specify, if you are not responding, then I am going to calculate interest. Please don't ask me later, okay? So we give that warning and then we calculate interest and we will inform you. Okay? So that's why, because we have already calculated interest, not required. Next. Always Dunning, yes, yes, yes. For all of them we are Dunning. We want to print that all items, yes, we want to print. Correct? Like that. I want to print like that. Okay? Now, so you like this? Yes, not on. Next. Next you click on the charges, Dunning charges. Okay, click on the Dunning charge. Currency, what currency? INR. Enter. Okay, Dunning level I am giving. Okay, first level, second level, third level, fourth level, fifth level. Okay. From Dunning charge, how much I want? First level 100 rupees. Second level 200 rupees. Whatever, yeah. You can give thousands also. Right, I am giving here like this. Okay. Like. So based on the level it is increasing, right? Because more and more Dunning charge is accumulating. Okay, so Dunning charges also I have given. Next, click on the Dunning levels I have given. Minimum amounts I have given. Minimum amount. Click on the minimum amount. INR. Then I am giving like this, okay, first letter, first level, second level, third level, fourth level, fifth level. Minimum amount is how much, right? 1000 rupees. So below 1000, do not pick up. Like that I am saying, for every level. Okay, no done. No done. For every level I am saying, below 1000, do not pick up.
That also can we do this?
Yes, you can do percentage also like that. Yes. Okay. Next, Dunning text. Dunning text. Text is nothing but the format. Yeah, click on the Dunning text. Now here this is important. Concentrate. So here company code I am giving. Now what is my company code? CEE. And then press enter. Press enter. It will say, right? So create the maintain Dunning data for the company code CEE first. So what I will do? Okay, so here when I click on the Dunning text, okay, click on the Dunning text, here Dunning text, here it will ask you the company code, enter, then it will say maintain the Dunning data. Look at the bottom, yeah, maintain Dunning data for the company code CEE first. So what I will do, I will click on the new company code here, new company code, click on the company code, give the company code, and then here you see for CEE Dunning by Dunning area, separate letter we want, a separate notice for Dunning level. Okay, okay, note down, take both of them.
Can you go back?
Okay. So again I am showing Dunning text. Give the company code. Click on the new company code. Then you give the company code. Then you tick like this, both of them, and save. Okay. So now you go back. Do you want to say? Yes. What is our request? That is our dunning account receivable. Enter. Good. Go back. So now,
Sure, Dunning also.
dunning.
Level 3.
I will come there. I have not completed yet, right? So you have to again click on the dunning text. Already I clicked on the dunning text now. Again you have to click on the dunning text. Click on the dunning text again, second time. Click on the dunning text again for the second time. Again give the company code. Already I clicked, now second time I click. Now I can give the form details. So I am giving the form details like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And form, what is my form name? Again you will select the standard form. So I am going to Dunning form. Dunning form with interest is there, without interest is there. Interest I have already calculated now. So I will select Dunning form, only Dunning form. Okay, select like this. So give the same for all of them, yeah? Just the same thing you will select for all the 5. Okay, now done.
From the drop down, we can select that form, sir.
Yeah, drop down you can go like this. You can go to the drop down, and in the drop down, first one, Dunning form.
Okay, thanks.
First one, select that. So this is the 2 times you have to do. You have to remember, you have to go to the Dunning text 2 times. One time I will go, right, to give the company code, to maintain the company code for Dunning text. Second time I will go, where I will give the form details. Now you go back. You go back like this. It will ask, shall I save? Yes, we have to save here now. Save. So when I save, this Dunning procedure will be created. Save. So Dunning procedure we have created. So like this you can create n number of Dunning procedures. Now this is my Dunning procedure, just now I created, right? Like this you can create whatever way you want, that many ways you can create a Dunning procedure. Okay?
So Dunning text.
Dunning text, yeah, that's why I told you to concentrate. Second time it will not show all that. If I just click on this, it will only show the format screen. Assigning key is not.
This will remain.
Not to prepare 2 times, sir, Dunning test.
Yes, you have to go. First time when you click, it will ask for
The form will be with interest or
without interest. First, just Dunning form.
Sir, here what is area, sir? Dunning area.
Dunning area is you can maintain an area. As per area also you can do the Dunning separate. You want, it's like, you are drawing an outline. So these customers, they come under this Dunning area like that, right? Yeah.
I mean, particular area will give some number of.
Like, okay, see, we have controlling area. There are some area, business area,
Yes.
area. So certain area you are maintaining, and in that, so certain customers are allocated to that Dunning area like that. Okay? So procedure is one level, Dunning area is another level. You can do.
One question.
Yes.
So now we are with the grace period. We have said generated this file letters. So all will be printed at one time, or it will be different time. So again, every time we have to come and we have to do a test 150. Step 150.
Yes, every time you have.
So
All the letters will not be printed, so it depends on when you are performing the run. At that time it is.
okay.
So even though you have lost put time, suppose you see, I have run one Dunning run, I have done today, and I did not do for next 15 days. So that does not mean that next time when I run it will print all the letters.
No, actually, say in your example, so actually we have given a grace date of 5 days, and I forgot, and after 15th day I am going and printing again. So I mean, I'm myself missing the
Yeah, that's why I am saying that it will start with the first letter. You have
If it is a EDA is there, so the system automatically send the letters to email, I think.
if it is okay, yeah, possible. You can configure things like, you know, if you have generated one background, you have created like that, you have scheduled it, then it will.
Yeah, if it is not cleared any issues, not issued any payment, so it will generate a letter and then send to get mail ID.
Yeah, so but usually you will have whenever you run, then only it will be so the point here is, if you have lapsed any time, that does not mean that more letters will be sent, right? Whenever you run, only the first letter, second letter will be sent, right? So it is not dependent on, you know, whatever you are giving here, it is dependent on when you are running. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so now go back and see. So Dunning procedure is created, na? Yeah, it's created. So now next thing what I have to do is I have to assign, na? Correct? I have to say this procedure applies to this customer, correct? Okay, note down. So to configure the Dunning, it is FBNP. To assign, assign the Dunning procedure in the customer master record. So which customer, which Dunning procedure will apply? I will give you, right? FD, what is the T code?
FD02.
So you go to FD02 like this, /n FD02, you go like this. And who is our company? My company code is CDE. And then here I am giving my customer. My customer is this. Okay? Enter. Background noise. Okay? Now here you have a company code data. You go to company code data. You go to correspondence. Why? Because I told you, this is a correspondence procedure, to send communication procedure. Correct. This is a correspondence procedure, right? So you go to correspondence procedure. And then here Dunning procedure is there, na? Here I will give my Dunning procedure. What is my Dunning procedure that applies to this customer? Okay, note down everybody.
Please consider this.
Yeah, this is a common, na? This is just to change the customer, na? So you go to FD02, customer number, enter, and then you go to, actually it will be in general data always, okay? From general data, you will go to company code data. From company code data, you will go to correspondence tab. Here you will see the Dunning. Is that clear, everybody?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. So give the Dunning procedure here. What is my procedure name? DE01.
Sir,
Okay. Yes.
for every customer we should assign.
Yes, correct. So if you want certain something you have to tell, na? See, every customer did we assign interest indicator or not? Yes. So what is applicable to him you have to tell, na? Otherwise how will system pick up? Correct.
And while creating a customer at the starting level, you can assign it.
Yes, you can do at that time.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, generally in customer we have actually we receive the payment, but we don't know the invoices to allocate. But now we will post as a customer open account. So that will also they will send Dunning flow.
So generally
Generally we receive the payments, but
from customer,
uh,
but they are not cleared yet.
yes, they posted the amount in customer account.
As how you are doing?
they posted as an open amount in customer account.
First you have to clear all that now. How can you do this mistake? The customer has already paid, you have not cleared your items. Before that, how can you do the dunning? Correct or not? It's not correct. No? First you have to clear whatever are already paid. You have to match and clear or F-28, whatever you have to clear all of them. Then you have to do this. Correct or not? The system will automatically clear, not clear on its own. Na? Whatever open items are still showing as open items, it will pick up. Na? You have to clear them, correct? The system will not do that automatically. First you have to do that process, then only do the dunning. Otherwise it will be a big blunder. Na? The customer will get offended.
Yesterday we did one item, no sir.
Yes,
That
you can
is
do that. Of course, correct. It is there now already. We did not receive the money, correct?
Yes, sir.
FBL finance, this guy did not pay to us, na? Yes. This guy is waiting, first 11 he was supposed to pay. Till now he did not pay. Okay, yes, we can use this for dunning. Yes, we can use this. Okay?
Once backdated posting data.
Backdated posting data means what? This one, huh?
Yes, sir.
How to post backdated, huh?
Yes, sir.
What is that? Just the date you have to change, no? Like this, SB70. Backdated means you have to give a backdated. Give backdate. Other thing, everything is the same. Correct? Like this. Understood? Yeah. Just give the backdate.
So while we entering,
you will get a yellow warning. It will say posting last. It is you are posting in the last period like that. Yellow warning. Na?
and it coming the down arrow also will be showing that data. They have to enter, sir. Then.
You have to press enter, na? Yellow warning, you have to press enter. We are becoming seniors, guys. This level you should not ask. Yeah, just press enter, na? You will get it. If it is closed, you should understand these things by now, correct? If it is closed means we open all the years, na? If this guy has opened only one period, obviously you will get. Then you have to go to which code to open it? OBC. See, only one guy is answering. Okay, open period. What is the T code? If it is saying clearly a red color warning, if it is saying the period is not open, then you have to go there and open. If it is just saying you are posting in the last period like that, yellow warning, just press enter. Go ahead. Okay?
Sir, for doing dunning, we just need a customer document number, sir. It's showing loan data.
You don't need anything. You just go there and do the dunning. System will automatically pick up for all the customers, for all the open items which are overdue and waiting for the last 3 days, it will pick up. System will take care. You don't have to do that.
Sir, what's your for backdated loan data?
Backdated loan,
FB50.
FB50 you have to put in, you are talking about interest calculation, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, balance interest, huh?
Yes, sir.
So backdated loan transaction you have to post, value date you have to check.
Yes, sir. That's
Is it clear now?
yes, sir. Once show it.
So let's complete it first.
Anyhow, we cannot complete it today, right? All the runs I cannot do. Okay, let's leave it for tomorrow. What is it? FB5.
FB50.
Yes. What is there? Just you have to give like this, no? Bank to bank loan. 1004, no? Whatever we create. Loan name.
The company is different.
Yeah, it's okay, leave it. No?
We have to change date of the document.
Date also you have to change. Correct. Okay, give bank date. First level. Okay? Is it clear now?
But value date, sir. Value date.
Yeah, value date also you have to change. Correct. After you enter, change the value date. Yeah. Okay guys, then we will stop here for today. Tomorrow I am going to do that.
Sir, validated, what date we need to validate?
You have to give this date.
Okay.
Okay?
Sir, yesterday, no.